what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm out in the garage here again. I want to show you what I just kind of did here, just to kind of recap a little bit. I was working on that engine for that crew cab. I did go ahead and just kind of tidy up. I did go ahead and just put the accessories and stuff all on. I cleaned up those manifolds, put them on. Yeah, so she's ready to rock. I just have to, I know these coils and the intake's a little dusty and dirty. I think I mentioned that before, but once it's in the truck, I'll kind of just give it the old engine bright thing, and then I'm going to put the cover and stuff on top there, and it'll look pretty factory in there, I think. That car had the hydro assist, but that car doesn't need it. So I had one that wasn't, so I grabbed it and swapped them, because this truck, this old dually, will have the hydro assist brakes. So yeah, so that's the beauty of having these engines that are all very similar. So the few trucks that I have, and actually this car too, which isn't mine, but this car, they're all the LQ4 style. So all that LS, so then all that stuff swaps over, which is real handy actually. So like for myself, I guess I got a couple, so I might even, it's even worth maybe keeping a spare alternator, spare starter kicking around. So yeah, so what we're doing today, so we're going to be back on this car, I think. Say I'm waiting for a few more parts to get that engine thrown in there and stuff, but I'm going to kind of work on getting the coilovers in and get this gas tank mounted probably, or something like that. So I think we'll work on the back of this car here. I apologize, I got a weird light shining through my window there, but sun's going down. But anyways, let's get working on this car. I did get a little late start here today, so I'm not sure how much I'll be able to do, but I'll work on it a little while anyways and get a bit done. So let's get to work. So basically it's going to go up inside here. You see that? And then there'll be a bracket down to catch the bottom of it, right? So that's how that's going to go. So I do have it at about the ride height I want it. I measured it up just to get it level with the frame there. So I'll just go ahead and set this in there and get some measurements and stuff and see where I got to put the brackets and make the holes and stuff to get these coilovers in there. Because once they're in there, then it's sitting, and I can then we can focus on getting this thing rolling. So I'll give you a little bit of a lowdown on what I'm doing here. So how I'm going to mount these top ones, I'll show you here. So I went ahead and cut some of this tube. These bolts, let me see here. Yeah, so these bolts that fit the shock fit that tube perfectly. Sorry about that. There we go. Now I don't have quite the right length there. They have to go all the way through. But basically what's going to happen then is I got this other one. So we got the coilover is going to fit up in here on the inside. So this tube is going to go straight through the whole works. I don't know if that makes sense to you yet, but it'll go straight through the whole thing. I'll have to drill holes and get right through the whole thing. And then I can weld both sides. And then when you tighten it, it won't collapse this tube or anything either. It'll squish on there. And that'll be the upper mount. And then I'll continue on with the bottom one here. So yeah, so I just giving you guys the lowdown there. Just it's getting a little late. I didn't get as good a start as I wanted. Plus I sat here brainstorming this just a little bit, just to make sure I was going to do it the way I like it. So we'll get after this thing tomorrow. Hopefully get a little better start on tomorrow. But yeah, and we'll put the hammer down and see what we can get done. Hopefully we can get some coilovers in the back of this thing and see how it looks. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey everyone, we're back out in the garage here. Welcome back. So yeah, so when I was at work today, I got a message from the tire shop, and they told me that the tires for this Pontiac were ready. So I did rip and grab them. They're in the back of the truck here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at these babies. There they are. Well, I'm pretty excited. Pretty exciting day actually, because been waiting for these wheels for a little while. So yeah, this is fun stuff, right? So we get to fish these babies out and see what they look like on this thing finally. So like I said, pretty excited about that. The other thing is I've never really been able to have it as a rolling chassis, right? So just because the tires I have, offsets and all that kind of baloney. we're touching and stuff. So anyways, but it'd be nice to get this thing down, rolling, see, and then, you know, see what it looks like with that, with the bling on it. So yeah, let's keep on trucking with this baby. I'll show you what I went ahead and started doing here. I did mention yesterday, I drilled a hole right through and right through there as well. So I did say we got these handy little tubes. So basically, those babies are going to go through there. I chamfered it. Be handy if I pointed the camera at it, I suppose. But anyways, you can see there. So I ahead and chamfered it so that I get a good bead in there, and then I'll weld the other side, and then we'll go ahead and put some gussets on the other side as well. But go ahead and get these tacked in there, both sides. I'll get them tacked in there, and then we can go ahead and hang that coil over, and then we can start figuring out that the bottom support there. So let's get this welder fired up, and let's tack this baby in here. So the only thing I really want to make sure is that I get it relatively squared up in there, right? You know, so I'll just go ahead and believe this one just by looking at it. Probably in your way here, but just by looking at it has to be kind of to that side. Yeah, if I just hold it over, we'll be good. So go ahead and tack that baby in there. Then I'll just double check it before I tack the other side and put a couple more tacks, clean it up, and then we can just, so once I lift the body off, that's when I'll go ahead and fully weld it. But see if we can get this baby lined up as well. Right, so like I said, I like it. I'm just going to go ahead and tack the other side, tack this a little bit more, and then we can make sure it's not too hot, and we'll let those get those coilovers hanging in there. Okay, let's see if we can get this. Let's see if we can get this little fella hanging up in here. All right, there we go. So then, yeah, this shock will just be, they'll both be leaning out just a little bit. So what I gotta do now is I gotta come up with I'll hang that other one here just for fun. But I have to come up with a bracket off the differential now. Just a little bracket down to catch this bottom for it to ride on. It'll be nice and strong, and it'll obviously look real cool too when you have your just your chassis rolling around. So let's get that one in there just cause, and I'll be able to bolt this down, I'll be able to tighten it up, and it'll hold it there for me, and we'll get these hanging. Okay, you can see there, I just got them pinched a little so they hang out to the side. I have them fully stretched out right now, because I'll you know, kind of want to keep this car as soft as possible. Got it right at ride height here, and a smidge over, because it is gonna, I'm accounting for it. I think these have 4 inches of travel. I'm gonna set them for about 1 inch up travel, and then I can obviously adjust them later to stiffen it up a bit if I have to. So these stubs that I got out, remember I have these brackets here, so that's gonna make it real tough. But then these knobs, I'm gonna put little gussets off of them too, some real nice little, you know, I'll drill them or something, make them fast, and it'll look good. So yeah, I'll just keep on trucking. I got to get some cardboard or something, and I'll whip up a template for these lower mounts, and we should be styling. I went ahead and, you can see there, I went ahead and started making a cardboard template, and that'll go something like too close here, right? Yeah, so I'll go something in there like that. I'll need 4 of those, 4 of these, and they'll go up in there, and I'll make it so this thing can bolt to them, and it'll I'll make it, you know, I'll make it look pretty good, I think. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and I did start to trace them out here. I'll go ahead and chop some of them out of some 1/4 inch plate, and it'll match the rest of these gussets and stuff that I have going on there. And once I get them cut out, welded on, this thing will kind of be sitting on its own suspension. So looking forward to that. Oh, and then yeah, and then shoot, maybe a guy will be able to maybe we'll be able to throw them wheels on there and set it down, see what it's kind of looking like. I don't have the front coils in yet, because because I have to probably, I'm not sure. I'll have to put them in and see how it works. But for height wise, right, I might have to lower it a bit and stuff. But with them drop spindles and stuff, it probably should be real close. So, but yeah, looking forward to getting these wheels on. We'll see what it looks like. So go ahead and get these cut out, and we'll go from there. I went ahead and got these babies cut out with a combination of zip discs, grind wheels, them, and big old mess later. But got them babies cut out. So now I'll show you. I'll see if I can show you guys here. So basically, these will be my drops. There'll be two like that, kind of spaced apart. I can't show you there, but yeah. Anyways, they'll be spaced apart, and that's what them bottom the bottom of the coilovers will bolt. Once I get these structurally sound and welded onto the diff, I can show you that. Kind of like with the cardboard there I showed you, but they'll go on the diff like that. Two of them, and then we'll make enough hardware there to bolt it to it. So I'll get fabbing these up, and we'll see what they look like. Yeah, so basically all I was going to do is use my little magnets and hold these things upright, these brackets, line them up really good, and I have my piece with the hole that I'm going to have the hole in, so that I can put the spacer in between and weld them together, so that I can keep that from collapsing when I bolt it together. But I'm just using my magnets, like I said, just to hold it all upright and straight, and I'll tack this plate in the front, and then I'll put one in the back, and then what the other thing I was explaining was I'll go ahead and box this in after as well. So I just wanted to show you guys what I was doing there. What is it? What I was explaining there. So I got the sleeve inside, so it doesn't try to squish it. This is heavy stuff, anyways. It won't, but let's make it tougher than tough. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and tack them. I did chamfer that a little bit, get a good weld, but I'll weld inside out all around. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to plate in the top, it'll come out the back, and I'll plate the bottom. And then once it's on the car, so I can weld inside and out, then I'll box this in both sides to make it look tidy and then also to tidy, and then it'll give it some real good rigidity. Hey, I gotta speak English. But anyways, so yeah, so I'm happy how this is coming along. It's taking a little time, but it's all good. This it's gonna be worth it. This car will be pretty tough. So probably go ahead and tack that up. I'm not sure. That's probably all I'm gonna do for today. I did want to go grade my driveway quick before it's too dark here, but yeah, I'll definitely be back out here tomorrow, and we'll get this one's dang near done. We'll get it tacked up in there, and we'll keep on trucking. It's turning out nice. See you guys tomorrow. Hey everyone, back out in the shop here again. Just want to give you guys an update on what I was doing here. I was out here working for a bit already, but so still building these mounts for these coilovers, right? So we discussed that yesterday. We were going to go ahead and weld these together. So here's what I got. So I got them all boxed in, this bottom half, and I got that tube inside there, and then I capped the bottom, and then basically the coilover bolt through there. But and then I also got these things here cut, because once I can weld in and out on the axle, I'll go ahead and cap this baby both sides. I got pieces cut, but yeah, so then I'll go ahead and cap that. But let me show you here. So this baby will basically go on the end of the coilover there. So essentially it'll go like that. We'll weld her up to the axle, and then I'll show you guys that obviously, and then I have to just do, then I have to just go ahead and make one more, of course, for the other side. But I like how it's turning out. We'll get this baby tacked up in there, see how we like it, and if we like it, we'll weld it. So let's get going. Okay, so I went ahead and got this up here where I wanted it. And again, the other side will just copy it, right? I got my height set here. I think I said the other day, I mentioned something about, what did I say? I said something about inch of down travel or something, yeah, that's what it was. I think I said up travel. What I actually meant was I got this set, just the diff a little lower. It's going to be at its full droop, so I adjusted for the down travel. And I'm thinking I'm going to bet with this 4 inches of stroke, I think I'm going to have about 1.5-ish of up travel. So, yeah, and then I mean, I can adjust the stiffness and whatnot. But what I went ahead and did was I marked this real good. It's just a little fighting. I made sure this bolt can clear so I can get that out after. But I marked it real good so that I can take this coilover off to weld it. And you can see, I don't know if you guys can see there, but I do have it marked. Those are my marks. But so I'm just going to go ahead and tack it for now. And I'll set that coilover back in just to see if I like it. And then we'll go ahead and tack it even better. Just give it a quick tack here. I gotta have to square that up and stuff anyways, just make sure it's as straight as I want it. Oops. I don't know what you guys saw of that. I didn't notice, but this but my camera fell over, so anyways. Like I was saying, it's yeah, I like it there. I apologize for that. We'll see if we can get you some good shots there. Great. Well, I'm just gonna double check it with my coilover. I like how straight it is, but I'll double check it with my coilover, make sure I'm happy with that, and then we'll cook that baby home, and then I can go ahead and box it in so we can see what that looks like. And then obviously, like I said, I'll duplicate it over on the other side there, which is no big deal. The first one's always the hardest. Okay, there we go. I'll get this light out of our eyes here. There we go. But yeah, you can see I got that all boxed in there now. The back side as well. See if we can see that quick. Right in there. Yeah. So like I said, the only thing left to be to duplicate it on the other side totally. Make the exact same thing, same distance and stuff, and we'll have suspension. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do, I guess. Might as well, right? All right, here we are again. I got the doors open, all airing it out, but I got this last, show you guys here. We got them in there. I got this other one made, got it up in there. Now you guys can see I got some washers in there, but what I'm gonna do is make some little bosses. I'm gonna make some bosses that'll weld to this. That'll give that little smidge of space that I need, but it'll also make that surface area stronger. But got them both in there. I like how they look. I think they look real good. I'll show you the back side a little bit here. So that's one, and that's the other one. Kind of see how I got them bolted up, but yeah, real happy how they turned out. Let's go ahead and throw some wheels on this thing and see how it looks with these wheels. Looking forward to that. All right, everyone, I went ahead and threw the tires on this car, and it's looking pretty good. So let's take a little look at it. You can see there, it's I rolled it out from the stand there. That's the first time it's rolled kind of at ride height-ish. The fenders are just loosely mounted. You can see I still got a little wiggleness. I still got to tweak them around a bit. But anyways, let's get a look at this baby. So there we go. I'll throw that front end on sometime here soon too, and we'll get a good look at it. But it's looking pretty gangster, I think. We'll scooch around here, take a look. Yeah, it's looking pretty tough. I think it'll look real tough once we put the front end on and stuff. But really happy how it's turning out. I think it'll just from jumping in it and bouncing and stuff. We'll take a look at that too. But it's probably gonna ride. So I still got quite a bit of stuff to put in it, but it's probably gonna ride about an inch lower than this yet, because I have to put the seats, the running boards, the gas tank, the, you know, the floor in the trunk and stuff. But let's take a look here. So yeah, so you can see it's turning really nice. But yeah, so I still got probably 300-400 pounds worth of stuff to put in there. So like I said, just from, I'll show you here, but just from bouncing it, I think it's probably going to go down, like I said, probably about another inch would be just right, I think. So like I said, pretty happy how that's turning out. That's all I got for this video. I got some other stuff I got to do, and we'll keep on plucking away at this car as well, of course, and see if we see what we can get done next time on it. So, but anyways, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.